Yes, everyone, what's happening? King Ellis here with your boy Cypher Films, about to film a brand new talk show for you guys. It's gonna be fun, it's gonna be hilarious, it's gonna be interesting, so stay tuned. It's good to be home. Ellis Etete here with Cypher himself. We're in the studio about to make the magic happen. Stay tuned. What's happening, everyone? Today, our first episode. We're honored to have you guys. We are here. Let's talk about episode 1. Today, our guests are, please introduce yourself.
Yo, it's Eli, Kanjira, and I got my brother here, Josiah.
Yep.
Josiah.
And we're here to talk about Kanjira, as we are all repping the merch today.
Yes.
Looking very good.
Come on.
As you can see, bunch of fly young men, man.
Yeah, man. Young kings, man. Young kings.
Young kings.
We're here.
Got the costume on and everything. We're
Thank you
looking
for
good.
repping, man. Love you. You
But
look good,
yes,
man. You look
we
great.
wanted to talk more about yourself, like the origin story. How did you become you?
You, the man, the myth, the legend.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Life, man. Like, it's just you become who you are from your people you're surrounded by, your upbringing. I'm from like North London, near you know what I mean? I'm from like West African background. So my parents, they put me into like, school like everyone else, you know, went to do like studies and A-levels and things. I originally do architecture, innit? I do architecture, so that's like a bit different from what I'm doing now with clothing, but it's something that's in the design field. So that's how I like, became all into design and stuff like that. I did product design, DT when I was in A-level. So yeah, like I was just like an average kid like anyone else, and yeah, what about you, Josiah?
It all came together.
Yeah, like for me, I studied media, so that's what I do now. I go to Hartford Regional College, which is in Broxbourne. They've got 2 campuses, one in Ware and one in Broxbourne.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I never really did media at GCSE because they didn't have the course, so I couldn't really do it. But I did like a whole bunch of courses, so like I did, I'm gonna get to the course I did. Yeah, but basically, I feel like I wanted to do media because I knew I was gonna be good at it. And it's something I really like. I watch a lot of movies, so yeah.
And the things that I rate about you two so much is that your drive is on a different level. Not settling for nothing, you know what I mean? And seeing you guys grow, we've grown together, man.
Love that, thank you.
We've grown together, and seeing Kanjira kind of just blossom. I mean, where was it? We took it to Comic-Con, didn't we?
We came Comic-Con first time 2017, end of like 2017 we did it. Even when we did like a practice like media shoot at my house, we went to the house. You came around. We had the backdrop, the Kanjira backdrop.
We had a pop-up shop.
Pop-up shop is what we did that. You came through. We did an interview with 87Co. Shout out to 87Co. Instagram.
My people,
they do that, the podcast and everything. The great guys, Daniel, Jazz, Clive. The rest of them, they know who they are. But yeah, man, shout out to those guys. They've been real good to us. And yeah, just like I said, I think it's the like-minded people like you yourself pushing us to try and just do better, as a community. That's what it is. So we've just been inspired by all of you, and that's what's made me the man I am now. You know what I mean?
And this leads straight into my first topic, which is mindsets.
Okay, yeah.
Because you got to have a certain mindset applied to do the things you want to do and to succeed. So my first question to you would be, how do you motivate yourself to do the things that you need to do at a time? Because everybody gets unmotivated sometimes, Everyone has that thing that we're like, oh, I don't really want to do that. But how do you overcome that?
All right, I'll go first, I'll give it to you. I mean, with me, to stay motivated, especially during this time of like COVID and the pandemic, I think, people need to just have a space for themselves to try and like live life. Don't feel like you have to pressure yourself into doing something that's superficial, that's not pleasing you. Just make sure that you yourself are in check.
Yeah.
I think when you're able to like enjoy life and the little things like going for walks, meeting with family, friends, and stuff like that, you then appreciate life more. And when you appreciate life more, it's worth you living, you know what I mean? And trying to like get the best out of it. So I think that's what I've learned for me anyways, these last 2 years. I think it's just looking at the small things, appreciating those things. That gives me some motivation. And also, you can find like motivation in anything.
Facts.
It could be from a next man on the street you're talking to, you know what I mean?
Facts.
Or whoever, family, best friends, you know, parents. So that's what it's about. What about you?
For me, how I stay motivated, pretty much like what Lad just said. I try to look to like family, like examples, and like my brother's a great example in my life. I see him like achieve greatness.
Yeah.
The clothing,
Man.
the music. So he helps me a lot with that. And then got my dad as well. He's like my superhero. Really important figure in my life. Mum as well. Mum's very important. I love my mum.
Shout out to the family.
Yeah. Like these are my like. That's what keeps me motivated every day. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it.
Okay, so then to bounce off that, to keep you motivated, also wanted to kind of look into you becoming yourself, you know, how you grow into yourself and discover the things that you like to do and you don't like to do, the people you hang around with and you don't want to hang around with. So what was, like, would you say there was a pivotal moment within your lives where you were kind of like, you know what, don't really want to hang around you, man, anymore?
I hear you. Yeah, man, that happens. I think I was reading something telling me like that there's a 7-year cycle in humans' life. Naturally, we have a 7-year cycle, which means like every 7 years you grow, things will change, and there's a process called shedding, which is basically you just shedding off things that are habits or things or environments or people that you've been with. Because, for example, when you're 7 years old, you know, you're probably in like primary doing whatever, then you go to like 14, you know, and after that, you know, you're in your 20s, you're moving on to like new things. So I feel like it's always natural for you to move on and progress. But I believe, you know, you're as good as the company you keep. So whoever's around you will influence you, inspire you. And I always try and be around people that are like-minded, that are entrepreneurs like me, or doesn't have to be entrepreneurs, but people that have the same morals, same values, that are achieving and pushing each other, not people that bring me down. So I think, it's good to always have the right company that's around you, but you can also tell by the fruits like who to be with and where to be with, you know what I mean? Like I think everyone's got that pivotal moment in their lives where you think, oh no, I've got to move on from this, I can't just be doing the same thing day in, day out. But that's life, you know, you go from college to uni, you then get a job, you know, you move on, you get new things, new adventures, and new people you meet in life, so.
Exactly, pretty much. So for me, I was with people who were bringing me down. I could tell that they were bringing me down because like my progress was like, when I was with these people, I wasn't doing well. But then when I started to leave these people and like hang out with better people, like I started to do well. So I think, like it's always, it's good to have, you know, it's good to be associated with a good company and, you know, have good people around you who are going to uplift you and like help you and, you know, people who want the best for you pretty much.
And that's facts, because there comes a time in your life where I feel like you have to be selfish. And as much as you could be a selfish person or an unselfish person, there's got to be a time in your life where you've got to put you first. So for you guys, that time came, what age would you suggest that time came for you where you was like, I got to do me?
When you become more independent and you start like doing stuff independently, like when I got my car and stuff, like 17, you know what I mean? I was kind of already about just meeting people of my own, not having to rely on others. Just little things like that. Just when you get into independence, you start thinking about you taking action, not other people that are doing stuff for you, like mum and dad or whoever. You just kind of start thinking more about, okay, I'm gonna make this choice for myself now. I'm gonna do these things actively for myself. And even with architecture, like when you're doing your studies or whatever you're pursuing, do it for yourself. Don't do it for anyone else. Don't do it for mom, dad, whoever. Do it for yourself, because at the end of the day, you're going to be going through it. It's your journey. So I think when I was in uni, when I was in uni, I started learning, I'm going to have to start thinking about myself more, like my career, my choices, and then that's where from there design, like doing clothing and things splintered from that, and that's when I did Comic-Con and all the ventures of Kanjira, which is all my idea, it's all me. It's not like someone telling me, yo, do this, do that. I just thought, you know, I want to do it, why not?
Exactly.
So around like that 19-year-old, 20-year-old, when you start coming to your own young adulthood, that's when I start thinking more independently for what I want to do.
What about you, Josiah?
For me, when did I start? Like, what was the question again?
When did you start like kind of progressing into what you wanted to do?
Oh, yeah, I'd say like when I hit college, like 16, 17, that's when I kind of like, I felt like I was coming to my own at that point.
Yeah.
Because before that I was with people who didn't really have my best interests, and you know, I was getting into trouble and stuff like that. And then when I started, I feel like when I hit college, like all that stuff started to like die down. I was doing well, I was doing a lot better.
Things changed.
Things changed, exactly.
Things changed.
And then, so I don't really hang out with too many people anymore. Like my friends, I keep it short because you know, like I feel like if you have less friends, and especially the ones who want you to do well, I feel like you'll be better in life. That's right.
Got to protect yourself and your energy, and this kind of just splinters off into our main kind of topic and body.
Okay.
As we know what it is, as we're all wearing the merch. So
100.
Elegantly and beautifully.
Come on.
We're all showing this off. Kanjira.
Kanjira, to the
Tell
world.
me about it. How did it start? Where did the idea come from?
Kanjira is a Japanese-inspired clothing brand because I'm into Japanese arts and media and, you know, content like anime and stuff. So it was originally the East and the West coming together, which is Japan and the UK, or Western society, which is, you know, US, whatever you want to think of. But East and West. So King Kong is a Western creation to imitate, well not imitate, but to reflect like Godzilla, which was a Japanese original creation. But they're from kaijus, which I'm gonna get nerdy now, but kaiju.
Go for it, man. Gotta let the people know.
You know what I'm saying? Gotta let the people know.
Let the people know the origins.
I'm just educating people. So kaiju is just like a type of genre within Japanese folklore. Like it's like kind of mythological, like, you know, monsters and stuff. But Godzilla was a kaiju used to like make people think about, you know, nuclear waste at the time when there was a lot of nuclear. I think it was the bombing of Hiroshima. And that was when it started causing people to start thinking, okay, nuclear waste is bad, nuclear energy is bad, so let's, you know, it's frowned upon in it. So I think from then, that was what sparked the inspiration of Godzilla to be a reminder about the nuclear energy and how it's affecting the wildlife. So there's a meaning behind it all. But when you deep there's layers to Japanese like art and like media and stuff. So that was the inspiration of Godzilla. And King Kong was like another version of that, but that one was more of a Western adaptation, but it's also got its own moral meaning about it, about society and how it, you know, looks at things like a gorilla or something that's, you know, strong and powerful, and, you know, and it's like a social experiment kind of to see how society reacts to that. So, you know, there's deep layers with everything. But Kanjira is about King Kong, Godzilla, which makes Kongzilla, and then in Japanese it's Kanjira, because that's the original interpretation of it. So that was the inspiration. And yeah, I just like Eastern and Western designs and clothing, and I like mixing them together and creating new ideas, stuff that's innovative, that's streetwear, that's fun, and stuff that I would like to wear. Because when I was a kid, I don't know about you, but I used to like want to be able to wear my own stuff. You know what I mean? Of course. Like, design your own stuff, wear it. Of course. You know what I mean? That was the biggest flex to me. You know what I mean? It still is. Like, I don't have to worry about designers and brands or whatever. I just wear my stuff. So it's simple. So you know, it's a dream. And I did Comic-Con 2017, like we mentioned before. I was doing Comic-Con, which is an event for comic like nerds like myself, fans that like anime or superheroes, just whatever. Superhero stuff, man. And you just come as you are, be yourself. You come there. It's like a convention in East London, Docklands. Obviously, recently it's not happening right now because of, you know, circumstances, but it will be back soon, hopefully, you know. But Comic-Con is where I started, 2017, and shout out to my Comic-Con people, my fans, you know, the Kanjira people that have come and shown love every year from 2017 to 2019 to 2020. Like, tons of supporters. Tons of guys. Tons of supporters. Honestly, it's a real festival of like people, just characters. Everyone's an individual character, which is why I love about it. It's better than Carnival, better than anything to me, you know what I'm saying? And what drew to me about Kanjira was the design, the origin story. Thanks, man. And just also just the uniqueness.
of it all.
Thank you.
You don't really see this, especially you don't really see people wearing this. And I like unique things. I like things that look cool. I looked at this hoodie and said, come on, man.
You're rocking it, man. You're looking fresh, man. You're rocking it. You're doing it good.
Come on, man.
You're doing it justice. You're looking fresh with it. I like it.
But yeah, they keep coming out with new designs.
Love, thank you.
It's looking fantastic.
Thank you.
The business has been growing, of course.
Right.
Josiah, tell me, how has Kanjira grown on you? How have you seen it develop to where it is now? Especially being a part of the family that birthed this to where it is now. Tell me how that journey was for you.
Yeah, so like I saw it like happen. Like, it was mad because I was there from the beginning, so I saw like what the stuff used to like from like the start, like the logo. Remember you got like the logo from the internet, and like the shirt was so I was there from like the beginning, innit? And it's mad seeing it now like grow and like become this big thing. But like at the start, like I remember I was like doing some photo shoot, and I think you were there, Ellis. Like you were at the photo shoot, and I had to like wear that big jacket. I still have it upstairs. But and then what else happened? Yeah, a lot of stuff happened. This was in like 2017. So, and that was when the clothing line started as well. It started in 2017. So now in 2021, it's come a long way.
Come a long way.
You know, we had the pop-up event. That did pretty well.
The people will know.
So it's been good. I saw the whole thing happen from the start. I'll still be with you. I'll stick with you through thick and thin. Like, you know.
Yeah, that's what it is, isn't it?
That's what it is, man.
Gonna be.
And also, shout out to Cindy and Diome, the guys at the store that did a great job hosting us twice. You know what I mean? That's sis, that's love, that's family. I think she's back in Paris right now doing her stuff with Diome. Shout out to Diome, the really sick clothing brand, just like Kanjira. You know, they've been doing a lot of crazy, good collaborations, good garments, good quality stuff. So yeah, shout out to Diome as well. But it's been a very good trip, man.
Very good trip. Yeah. And for the people who want to get to know about Kanjira, where can they find you? What's the website? What's the social medias? Let them know.
Okay, so we got the Kanjira, at Kanjira, which is Konjira. That's our Instagram. And you've also got www.kanjira.co.uk. That's our website. So you can find us there online. And yeah, like we've just been expanding, trying to get the social media content. I've obviously been busy with studies. I'm doing my master's for architecture, so I've been absent from the game, but you know, long overdue. I'll be back. You know what I'm saying, with a bang. You know what I mean? I'll be back. So we're
it's the off season, man.
It's off season. It's the comeback season. It's the comeback
season for real.
You know what it is. So I'm gonna be back, but it's gonna be fun this summer. I got stuff in tune. I ain't gonna say too much.
Yeah, let's not say too much.
Man.
Let the people know what's been cooking, man.
You know what it is.
But yeah, this brings me back back to the personal. So as you said, you've been working in uni, getting your degrees, getting everything, getting the qualifications.
Yes, sir.
How has this pandemic, even, because I feel like we have to talk about it. We're still in it. How has it affected you guys? Because obviously a lot of things have slowed down. And industries have kind of completely come to a halt. How has it been for you? Have you adapted to it? Has certain changes been made? Tell me about it.
I'm gonna go deeper. Yeah, let's go.
Let's
talk about it. I think it's been mixed emotional, kind of roller coaster. I think COVID and the pandemic has allowed people to realize what they're doing in life up until that point was not exactly the ideal thing. Sometimes if people were furloughed off jobs that they were doing 9 to 5, they might have thought, you know what, I actually enjoy baking. I actually enjoy singing or songwriting, whatever it is, the passion is, you know what I mean? So I feel like COVID has been somewhat of a blessing in disguise in that way. So I don't want to speak for everyone. I just think, to me, I kind of observe things. But at the same time, I think COVID has made people realize that a lot of people are kind of miserable doing stuff that they're not called out to do, like personally, you know what I mean? Like stuff that isn't really for them.
Let's hold on, let me interrupt you. Can we take a second to deep that?
Yeah.
The audience, can we deep that for a second? Can we repeat what you just said, just for that, for that extra
wheel
effect?
up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, wheel up. So I feel like COVID, the situation of everything being standstill and frozen, has allowed people to think and deep. This isn't actually what I want to do in life. This is something that I feel there's more to life than this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's what has, hopefully has pushed people to think, you know what, let me pursue something that actually I enjoy, that is a skill. And a lot of people are relearning new stuff, learning new abilities, new skills that they can apply and be fruitful and benefit from, whether it's from TikTok or social media, whatever it is,
From wherever.
So I think that is what COVID has been. Even for me personally, I feel like I'm quite multifaceted. I think like I'm into other things like design, I do clothing, architecture, whatever. I like music. I'm just trying to just enjoy more of my stuff. And I think COVID has like allowed me to think, like life is too short to just not give something a try. As everyone here is doing, we're giving something a try. We're trying to put our best shirt forward. You know what I'm saying?
And we have to give a shout out to mkcypherfilms, aka Michael, man. Just set it all up for us.
Shout out to Michael.
Listen, big love, massive support.
I love for bringing us on, man. Thank you.
Yes, fantastic, man. Josiah, tell me how the pandemic has been for you, man.
Pandemic for me, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been mad. So basically, I feel like this might go left, but like the pandemic for me, it's been a blessing and it's been a curse. Why do I say that? When I was doing my maths GCSE, before I was doing my maths GCSE, I wasn't doing so well. Like I was getting bad grades and like, I was failing in it. But then when it came time, when the pandemic hit, and I did a resit, so I went and did the foundation paper because I wasn't really good at maths. So I did the foundation paper, but like the November resit one. I think the first time I did it, I don't want to get into it, but like I was supposed to do well, but then what happened was they took my paper away from me, and so but then I did it again, and this time I did really well. This was during the pandemic when it started to hit, and I think it was in August. I got my result. And I got a 5, which is the highest grade. I believe it's the highest grade in the foundation paper. And I feel like the pandemic made me like it slowed everything down for me. It actually made me knuckle down more. Get down to it.
I feel.
Because before that I was slacking. I was like, I was getting distracted.
This pandemic has given us a lot of time to reflect. A lot of time to reflect. I feel like we've got too caught up in our lives. We kind of. When it's the week, it's like, okay, got to wake up, get washed and dressed, go to work, do the 9 to 5, come home, dinner, relax for like an hour or two, bed, live until the weekend, get like the 2 days to do whatever you want to do. And that was just our life for years, and people just got used to that.
I think I would like to just broaden myself and just like make sure that I'm, fully facilitated in music, entrepreneurial, business, everything that I've put my efforts into. I want to just expand more on it, and I want to try and be able to like broaden that, whether it's through maybe jewelry or whether it's through product designing like accessories, just more than just a clothing business. I want to try and just delve fully into like each avenue, like you said, every avenue is possible, and don't limit myself to think why not. I just go ahead, like pursue your dreams, because life is too short to just like have if or buts or woulda couldas.
What's next for you? For me, I'm just gonna carry on doing what I'm doing. Basically, I'm just boxing. On the side, like this is a hobby of mine, but I do music. So it's something I like to do. It's just a hobby of mine. So just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, basically.
I wanted to ask everyone, even the audience members, a question. If you could ask yourself, let me rephrase that. If you could tell yourself a piece of advice or a few words of encouragement, what would you say to your younger self?
I think, the first thing I'd say is you're doing fine. Keep doing you. Don't think that, you have to impress anyone. I think it's not as easy as just saying anything, but I think, you know, I wouldn't change anything. A lot of people might say, I'd like to, you know, go back and change time and do this. I don't regret anything, man. I thank God that I'm here. Thank God that I've got the people around me. Amen. You know, you especially, Michael, everyone I've met on the road. So I'm thankful. I think there's everything I've done. I'm literally who I wanted to become when I was a kid. So I don't think there's anything else I can really tell myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, but that's what it's about. I don't think there's anything else. I'd say just you're good, just keep staying on the straight, keep doing you. Don't think about anyone else.
Lovely.
Yeah.
What about you, Josiah? This might sound very cliche, but just be good. Be good. Don't, you know, try not to get into too much trouble. Don't listen to yes men. Don't be a people's pleaser. Don't follow the crowd. You know how it is. Yeah. So yeah, just be true to yourself. Don't listen to what other people say. Like if they want you to do, don't do it. Just do what you want to do. You know, life's too short. And also, I feel like my story is hasn't finished yet. There's still more chapters in the book.
Give me the one more time, just so the audience knows.
Okay, so it's Kanjira to the world. Kanjira, you know what it is. We're here with mkcypherfilms.
Come on.
Ellis, King Ellis, you get me? On Instagram, you can follow us, you know, Instagram, Facebook, www.kanjira.co.uk.
Yeah. Guys, thank you so much.
I love it. Thank you.
It's been an honor.
Pleasure is ours, man. Thank you, man.
Grateful
you.
And
appreciate
thankful.
it.
Thank you to the audience for watching us. Hopefully you've learned something. You've laughed. And
Yeah.
Again, massive shout out to MK Cypher Films, aka Michael, for setting this all up for us.
Come on.
It's been an honor.
Yes,
it's
sir.
been a pleasure. I've been your boy King Ellis, signing out alongside
Kanjira to the world. Bow. You know what it is.
Josiah Etete.
Love you.